Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And in today's session, we'll be discussing the fact that, with regards to Aamir Khan's association with Turkey, his special connection with Turkey, also the fact that Modi ji's government is cracking down very heavily on the point 0.5 front, which is the enemies inside of India. So, how he is doing it systematically, we'll be discussing that in today's session. Also, the fact that we all know how Modi ji, gave it back to Pakistan, and how he, heavily damaged all the air bases in Pakistan, the Noor Khan air base, especially, which is close to their nuclear facility, and which is supposed to have some sort of, nuclear leaks there. The Pakistani ISI, Asim Munir, and also Shehbaz Sharif, they are completely shattered, they're completely demotivated, they're completely demoralized because they know, they have seen firsthand what the capabilities, the military capabilities of India are. You know how powerful the Indian Air Force is. The Indian Air Force is so well equipped that it has the wonderful S-400 from Russia, which has successfully intercepted each and every missile, drone, and planes, sent by the Pakistanis, and also the fact that we have the BrahMos missile, which cannot be detected by any of the Pakistani, Chinese, war equipment or radars, and also the fact that we have a very, we have the latest technology, thanks to Russia, and also our very own, made in India, military technology. So all this, in a nutshell, we have sent a very clear message to not only Pakistan but also the US, to especially Donald Trump, to especially China, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and other countries, especially these Gulf countries. So they are all stunned by the way, the power of the military power. India is now the number one military superpower in the world, and this is the proof because they showed, visible proof of the damage in all these Pakistani air bases. Pakistan did not have any sort of visual proof, saying that they damaged, a fly inside of India. So it is over to you.
Yeah. So, friends, when you talk about, India, you remember Indira Gandhi was the first person, Congress, who said that she could share India's nuclear technology with Pakistan. So when you have, it's quite a long history that we have of people, cheating India. And now, very, very shocking news for all of you is, this piece of news that I'm going to give you. So it is this person. Now, Gujarat Samachar owners, Bahubali Shah and Shreyans Shah have been arrested for financial fraud by ED. Before the usual freedom of press is under attack, let's take a moment to expose how this newspaper acted against national interest. Now, for decades, Gujarat Samachar peddled biased narrative, undermined national interests, and ran selective journalism aimed at discrediting democratic institutions. Now, just see, friends, what all they have done. Not only are our actors also against India, we have a lot of enemies, and this is another enemy, amidst all these media. What did Gujarat Samachar do? They distorted India's map, not once but multiple times. Gujarat Samachar published wrong map of India on its front page, attacking India's sovereignty. And they also wrote articles in this paper, handing over Kashmir and POK to the USA to manage the region. So everybody knows that this is not journalism. They are being paid to do something, and that's treachery. Now, they also undermined India's strategic moves. When India suspended the Indus Water Treaty post Pahalgam attack, Gujarat Samachar ran a report saying India can't stop water from flowing into Pakistan and called the move insignificant. They also disrespected our martyrs. After a Naxal attack, it used the Gujarati phrase, blew away, destroyed for Indian soldiers. They are absolutely shameful and disrespectful to our brave hearts. They also spread Chinese propaganda during COVID. The paper irresponsibly promoted the term Indian variant, helping to amplify a Chinese narrative that even WHO distanced itself from. They also mocked the armed forces, published a cartoon mocking our forces, suggesting India was more interested in a caste survey than responding to terror attacks from Pakistan. And Pulwama mockery, right after the Pulwama attack, instead of showing national unity, Gujarat Samachar ran a sarcastic headline. Indians are asking, how's the Josh now? Jaydev, if you could just mute yourself because I'm getting an echo. And they also published a cartoon on International Yoga Day. This is India newspaper, not a Pakistani newspaper. And this is the kind of journalism that you will see all around India. They are our worst enemies. You're looking at print, you're looking at so many, Quint. There are a lot of things, and also there are, little, forums which are promoting anti-India sentiment. So please beware of these facts, and please spread this message to everyone, friends, that these are our enemies. We were talking about people like Barkha and Nidhi and, Redveer, Beer Biceps. But these are just a few. There are so many. And this is a classic case of where media is trying to side with our enemy, and they are paid for it. Yes, back to you, Jen.
So yeah, coming to the also very interestingly, friends, this is by Anand Ranganathan, and he has tweeted on his Twitter that Indira Gandhi contacted Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and offered to share India's nuclear technology with Pakistan. So this is according to, and he has mentioned the WikiLeaks, link in that particular tweet. So this is very, very, surprising indeed, and very shocking also that we cannot. Many people compared, Modi ji with Indira Gandhi, but that is not the case, and we should not be fooled by that. So now, coming to the next, piece of news, and you have also just recently, Chidambaram, one of the old Congress leaders, he also said that the future is not so bright for the Congress party, as Mr. Mrityunjay Singh Yadav says. He seems to feel that the India alliance is still intact. I'm not sure. Maybe Salman Khurshid can answer because he was part of the negotiating team of the India alliance. If the India alliance is totally intact, I would be very, very happy, but it seems very frail. It can be put together, but there'll be still time. There are still events which will unfold. If you want to take on the formidable BJP machinery, in my experience, in my reading of the history, there has been no political party which is so formidably organized as the BJP in every department. It is formidable. It is not another political party. So now you can see that many of the key leaders of the Congress political party, like P. Chidambaram, like Shashi Tharoor, they are now in awe of Modi, Modi and the way Modi did Operation Sindoor. So, especially Shashi Tharoor, when he was interviewed by Rajdeep Sardesai on India Today, Rajdeep was, expecting some sort of critical, comments from Shashi Tharoor on Operation Sindoor, but Shashi Tharoor completely, by his judging by his remarks, he seems to have completely, turned, and he seems to be in awe of Modi and the BJP's, actions on Pakistan's escalation. So now you can see that Shashi Tharoor has also had enough of the Gandhis, especially Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, because the way he was treated by the Gandhis, especially, and they made Karge, the head of the Dot Alliance. Yes.
Yeah. So some very interesting comments coming in from our viewers. Lena says Indira Gandhi had no vision. She would have asked Bangladesh to become a part of India. She did nothing. And Sunita says also pro-Pakistanis in the form of Prakash Raj, Samantha, Sai Pallavi, entire film fraternity in our country. And Arvind says also Rajdeep Sardesai, who is a Padma awardee. So there are lots of interesting comments coming from our viewers. And Leena says this paper, Gujarat Samachar, This paper did so much, and state government did nothing, and the center did not know how. And Shobha says Amir Khan wants to play Sri Krishna role in his own production Mahabharat. We should not let this happen. Absolutely, we should boycott it. Now, moving on to the next piece of news, in the wake of a humiliating defeat of India in war with Pakistan, the government has intensified its crackdown on free expression, targeting those who dare to question or criticize the so called Operation Sindoor. According to Kashmir Media Service, at least 25 people, mostly Muslims, have been arrested or booked across several Indian states, including Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, and Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, for social media posts, WhatsApp status, or Instagram stories deemed anti national. The authorities are using draconian laws such as unlawful activities and sedition era colonial statutes to, silence these Deshdrohis. So, of course, there are all these, people who want to oppose it and say that there's no freedom. Well, we gave you too much of freedom, is my answer to you. In a democracy, doesn't mean that you can do whatever you feel like and fight against the nation and not stand with it in unity during war times. So let's just take a few more comments, Jaydev. And Rakesh says, now Bollywood will fool everyone when these movies get released. We should stop watching these movies. And Lena says, Western media has shown Pakistan won the war. Yes, absolutely. And Arvind says, trust present government will not repeat historical errors. USA has just approved 1.3 billion loan for Bangladesh. I don't know what sort of game they are playing, so we're not sure. Ish says, Bharat Mata ki Jai. Absolutely. And welcome to all of you. Yeah, back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, so now as you see how the Modi ji government is going after the point 0.5 front, now the next step is, very, very wonderful step is that the Turkish company, Celeby, the Celeby is a Turkish company. They provide airport services, and it's a private owned ground handling services company in the Turkish aviation industry. And the services include wheelchair assistance, cargo handling, and all those things. And they provide their services in various airports of India like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and so forth. So now, especially after the way Turkey provided arms and ammunition and drones to Pakistan, and those drones we managed to counter. Now the government has sort of cancelled the license of this Celeby aviation in India, and so it is a wonderful thing. And they have the security clearance has been cancelled for this particular company, Celeby. And what is very one should be very it's very interesting fact that this company started its service when the Congress government was in power in India, right, the UPA. And also the fact that it is said that the Erdogan, who's the president of Turkey, he owns some percentage of this particular company. So whatever revenue is generated from this particular company, part of it goes to Erdogan. So Modi ji, did the wonderful thing of, cancelling the security, clearance of this particular, Celeby aviation. And also the fact that, the Celeby, which is traded in the stock exchange, it, suffered a massive dip in the Istanbul Stock Exchange. So this is a very, very big, blow to Turkey, and also the fact that Modi ji is very, very proactive in, identifying Turkey as a huge threat, and also the fact that now Aamir Khan, who has met Erdogan, Erdogan's wife several times. So maybe the government should ask Aamir Khan what was the nature of discussion, right? That he
In
had to
fact,
go.
Jaidev, in fact,
Yeah.
Jaidev, Congress has an office in Turkey. Turkey. Did you know that?
Yes. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And also, another very ironic thing is that there were earthquakes not only in Turkey, but in Pakistan and in China. It seems very ironic, isn't it? All the Deshdrohi countries, getting the shakes after what's happening. So it's quite ironic, isn't it? And also,
And
friends, while,
also, yeah, I would like
yeah,
to,
yes,
you
please
know,
continue.
make a point is that even if you look at astrologically, Modi ji is very, very, it's a very favorable period, especially for Modi ji astrologically also, because, no matter so many forces, within India, the deep state, the Islamic forces, you have, Naxalite forces, you have the many other missionary forces who are against BJP and the Modi government. But whatever actions they take against Modi ji, somehow or the other,
It's
at the
backfiring.
end it's backfiring, and it comes in favor of Modi ji, and his popularity is increasing so much forth
Yeah. In
that
fact, Jaidev,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
In fact, Jaidev, see, what I feel is that, see, even all of you viewers, as you're watching us, it's very important that you should not remain quiet. If you're active on social media or in whichever forum you are, please hit back at all these Deshdrohis or these enemies, who think that it is their job to, attack India. Now, continuing on this front, 14 individuals have been booked in Gujarat for sharing content against Modi's regime on social media following Operation Sindoor. Three in West Bengal, three in Uttar Pradesh on similar charges. In Maharashtra, a 20-year-old student from Kurla was arrested for uploading remarks on Instagram criticizing the military operation. Separately, a 40-year-old woman from Malwani was booked after posting a WhatsApp status condemning government decisions. In Chhattisgarh, a young woman was arrested for questioning Operation Sindoor and making comments about the Indian army on social media. In Assam, a 40-year-old man was arrested in Kachar district on Facebook. In Karnataka, a man was arrested after posting a provocative video on social media questioning how did Pakistan jets bomb India bases and why Modi did nothing. In India, illegally occupied Jammu Kashmir, 9 individuals have been booked on the so called charges of spreading rumors and posting inflammatory and seditious statements on social media platforms. It's unfortunate that in Modi's India, everybody is questioning a war, which is to take revenge for what happened to innocent Indians. So this is something that, friends, my advice to all of you is that please hit back. Don't take things quietly. It is not only the duty of the army, the armed forces to fight for us and protect our back. It is not the duty only of Modi ji to help protect us. It is also our duty to fight back in every form. Do not give in to these Deshdrohis, whether they are outside our country or whether they are inside. Please hit at them, and whenever they open their mouths, please shut them up. Yeah, back to you, then.
Yeah, Raj says regarding Celeby action, it is too late. This type of contract should be given to an Indian company. Due diligence is missing at the initial render stage. Yes, Raj, but it is better late. I mean, like now, at least Modi ji is being aggressive because he did not win by a huge majority. In election time, the last election at least. But one thing is for certain that he has a lot of work to do as far as all the internal enemies are concerned. The point five front is concerned, so he has to do it very tactfully. He cannot just go do it by impulse. So he
Yeah.
has to be very thoughtful. Yes.
Yeah. Sunita says, ma'am, is the Hindu newspaper anti Hindu? Absolutely. They should be closed, and they should be locked inside jail for the kind of reporting they are doing. Absolutely, Sunita. And Shobha says, Hindu newspaper from the beginning is anti Hindu. Sunita, don't go by the name. And Lena says, Minaji can't hit back automatically. YouTube blocks and sends warnings. High time Modi tells IT people who are professionals to invent for India and chat channels, then invent something like Cloud Google, depending upon West. It's not good, says Leena. One girl, Shamita, was hitting back at pro Pakistanis in Bharat, got threats like Nupur Sharma. Her address was made public. five enemies are the most dangerous. And also, see, while we are on this, I'd also like to tell you, let's just move on to some other enemies that we really don't know about. And yeah, so let me just go on to this. Yeah. So these are the people we do not know. Of course, we know they're a person on the right, but Mark Zuckerberg, we always thought was a IT giant, but now he has very openly said that he admits that he has a relationship with the deep state, and these IT companies have been supporting, countries like Bangladesh in their atrocities against Hindus. And now what has happened is they've also helped Mohammed Yunus, to set a base in Bangladesh. Who were the people who helped him? It was people like Hillary Clinton. And these are the drohis that we should be fighting. And let us not think that Mark Zuckerberg is a good man. Let us not think Bill Gates is a good man. These people are all working against, India in many ways. But of course, we have politicians who are close to them, and they should also be exposed. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah, Shobha says one girl, Shamita, was hitting back at pro-Pakistanis in Bharat, got threats like Nupur Sharma. Her address was made public. So where was she? Is she based in Bharat? Okay, she got threats like Nupur Sharma. Yes. So there's a lot of things which BJP they have to do systematically along with the RSS. So across various states. But first of all, even very importantly, friends, that people in Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, all these people they have to vote for BJP when it comes to election, right? And this is the Hindus especially, at least. But this is not happening,
In fact,
right?
yeah, Lina, you say why doesn't India now invent its own WhatsApp? One can't talk nor criticize because you get, yes, absolutely. In fact, they started Coup, which was an alternative for X, but that didn't work, or either they got paid off, but somehow that didn't click. Somehow Indians don't have the savvy setup to make it continue. This is the problem, and someone seriously needs to start it. Is the ceasefire the end of Pakistan war? I really don't know, Shubha, because every time we think of a ceasefire, they send these terrorists like termites through holes, and they get support from, enemies in India itself. So what happens is when two people collaborate together, again, we are in problem. So unless, just like in what Israel did, a carpet bombing of these people, nothing can work. This is the only way to make sure that Pakistan does not attack India again, So let's just take a few comments. Indians are the ones who made WeChat for China. I was on Coup. Yes, absolutely. Coup closed down. Yeah, well said, Lina. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah. So WeChat originated in China, if I'm according to at least from what I know. But what matters is we Indians.
She's saying that we created it for them.
No, it is originated in China, from what I
Okay.
understand. WeChat.
Okay.
So now the thing is, what happens in India is that we are used to American products and American softwares. We don't even if some Indian company makes something like Coup, even the Indian politicians are huge influencers with so many millions. They should come forth and they should set an example by interacting in only that particular platform. Then only the masses in India will create an account and start following them and start using the platform. If this does not happen, and if we continue using all the American IT platforms like Google, Facebook, Twitter, and all those things, then how can an Indian company, survive? So we are also responsible for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The IT professionals.
Yeah. So another very interesting news is that it's just like people are facing lots of setbacks. I found a very what you call entertaining piece of video where they show a hole, a manhole, and out of the manhole comes all these Bollywood actors. Everybody from Akshay Kumar to Salman
That's an
Khan.
AI video.
Yeah, Salman Khan to Shah Rukh Khan and to Katrina Kaif and all these Alia Bhatt coming out saying, "Is the war over? Are we safe? Can we speak?" So it's such a hilarious video that I mean, the person who's done it is really excellent. This is exactly what is happening. Same thing, it's happening in other film worlds. As I told you, Mohanlal was speaking, about his next movie, Thuraram, saying that it's making crores. And I literally saw the theater empty. So where is this money coming from, Mr. Mohanlal? And why are you fooling the Keralites? Just like Shah Rukh Khan did with Jawan and Pathan, you know. So this has to be exposed by the center. I would request the Prime Minister, please do not give any more awards to Mohanlal. Don't give him a military uniform, and don't give any more awards to Bollywood. Please let us set that straight, this record straight, that these people are not working in the interest of India. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so the government should come hard on celebrities, especially who make all these kind of anti-Indian films, and he making heroes of all these radical terrorist Islamic terrorists like ISIS and all are made heroes. All the dons, all the gundas are made heroes. So that culture should be not cleared by the censor board, and there should be some clear policies in the censor board saying that these kind of content should be outright banned because it is a threat to India. Yes.
Yeah. In fact, Jaidev, see what Kalki, the actress was saying is that there is a Bollywood recession. That's why they are re-releasing everything. There's no content. It's not working. So everything has been stalled. Even they know, but they're scared. They don't know what is working and what isn't. So everything is stalled. She stated that everyone from the top to the bottom rung is stuck in a limbo because they don't know where it's all headed. Creative teams are being fired and rehired. They just don't know why it's not working. And people don't realize there's this crisis going on. And from top to bottom, I've spoken to people, Kalki says, on top, people are spending crores of money and not finding platforms to release them. And there are the Chotu actors who haven't had work in 2 years. She then stated that Bollywood needs to first accept there's an issue to be able to reinvent itself. She also chalked out how the audience concentration is gone and that it's not easy to watch an entire movie without scrolling the phone. If not theater or even OTT, maybe the way forward is virtual reality, she claimed. And despite what they say, of course, this is all PR said, big budget movies like Chhawa, Raid 2, and Sikandar hitting the screens, the Hindi film industry has also relied on a lot of re-releases to fill the theater. In fact, I found something very amusing, and that is that a person was waiting outside the theater, waiting to watch a Salman Khan movie, and somebody was asking him, "Are you coming for for the first time?" No, he said, "I came yesterday also." So he said, "I'm also expecting other 20 more people to come and watch the movie, but the theater is empty." Okay, and this is a fan, and these are all paid fans who come to watch Salman Khan movies. So you understand, friends, other than their own paid fans, they don't have anyone to watch their movies. So it is such a sad commentary on where these movie industries are going. And they seem to be getting awards. I don't know for what. It's like the Asif Munir, the army general in Pakistan. He has around 50 badges and 50 what do you call Jaidev? Awards, isn't it? 50 medals. Okay, and he's Pakistan has not even
for what?
Yeah, Pakistan has not even won one war with India or with any other country, Iran, or with even with Afghanistan. So where did these medals come from? It's the same thing with all these Akshay Kumars and all these actors who are getting Padma Shris and Padma Bhushan for what? For spreading nonsense, for bringing out sex-explicit movies, for spoiling our generations. Everything that SSR said was right. And that's why the industry has gone to the dogs. Yes, back to you, Jen.
So, friends, this is some of the news we have compiled for you today. So tomorrow we'll be back with more and more exciting news. Also, with regards to the updates as to how the Modi ji and how whether Pakistan will are still will they strike, right? Because they don't have a they have a crazy person like Asim Munir, and we can expect anything from such a person. So India also should be very well.
Yeah, in fact, Jaidev, I've also found another very interesting video where it is said that these generals and these ISI people have millions, outside their country. They have houses, they have mansions, and they are making hay as long as it lasts. They are not bothered about the Pakistani people. They are just bothered about making money and sending their children to the best colleges and universities abroad. They are not bothered about their fellow Pakistanis. This is how the ISI is working. Okay, so let me just take a few more comments. Very nice comments coming from people. Shobha says, more Rohingyas and Bangladeshis given Aadhaar card, ration card in Karnataka. Central government should deport. In fact, Shobha very rightly said, this is Ghazwe Hind. They are trying to occupy land. And this is land jihad that's happening. And the center is keeping quiet on this. Just like that, they have attacked Pakistan, this needs to be acted on almost on an urgency basis. And it is our request to the Prime Minister, please look at this, because they have now started clandestinely doing caste, census also in Karnataka. Who is doing this? Is it Siddaramaiah behind this? We do not know. Okay. Now, Lena says, Sumit Jain talks and tells how China has employed IT professionals from India who have created many chats for the Chinese. And yes, Lena, but we have not created our own social media apps, which is widely used. And OTT is also same like movies, same people are investing. Till these IT professionals don't create it, people inside India won't use it, says Lena, very intelligently said. SSR should get justice. That is the most important thing. I've stopped watching Bollywood and Hollywood movies. And yes, this is divine blessings. Welcome. And Shobha says, sadly, Mohanlas is soulless soul. Why these oldies don't give way to their children? In fact, this movie, the latest movie, is, he's trying to recreate his old movies where he was 30 years old. And then the second half is Empuran in Deshi style. Okay, where there is a slow motion. In Empuran, he wears shoes, pointed shoes. Here he is barefooted. That's all. The gory violence that follows is something you cannot see. So please, Mohanlal, don't tell us that you're earning in crores, because the theaters are absolutely empty. So you're lying through your teeth. Okay. Worst is SRK says divide. And Bangladesh cleric threatened India with bomb attacks. Yes, the people who believe that the earth is flat. Is Karnataka? In Karnataka, it's hell. And so Rohingyas at every corner. Worst government in Karnataka. And in fact, there are a lot of jokes about Karnataka in Bangalore saying that, see, if there was a war, people will mistake Karnataka for a war-torn city, because there are so many bunkers, which means all the roads are cracking, and that everywhere it is like bombs have attacked the roads. This is the state of Siddaramaiah's Karnataka. None of the roads are repaired. They are spending millions to dig it up, but the roads look like worse than Ukraine. This is how Karnataka looks to me. And where is the money going? The center is giving them money for all the doing the roads. What is happening? BJP in Karnataka is silent. So I don't know who's what. And Shubha says, we feel we are absolutely. So very well said. And with this, we end this show. Good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.